Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'm over just in Taipei. Well, I'm just going around the local area and trying to get some photos. I'm actually already out here and waiting for some of my friends. One's on a motorbike coming over, yeah, right there. And we're going up the hill. Yes, a lot of hills, a lot of staircases. This is Taiwan after all. So I am probably going to also feel very, very tired by the end of the day. I hope today's going to be better. At least it's not bloody raining right now. I know it's going to rain a little bit in the afternoon, but hopefully everything works out just fine. It's going to be another long day ahead of me, and I am planning to round out another video that I haven't technically finished by the end of today. I'll see what I can do about that. Anyway, without further ado, let's go on for some suffering. We have a bit of a problem, as in, well, we got kicked out of the place just now. And honestly, I don't mind, because that place was kind of horrible. Everything was wet and there was a lot of mosquitoes, and I was the only one who was getting bit. So it was a good idea to get out anyway. So we have arrived at this place on screen right now, whatever it is, and there is an entry fee, and they did ask what we were doing, some photos, and they said it's mostly all right, which is great. So I am here just for this photo for the thing right behind me, and I am not sure if there's anything else because it does look quite barren here. Luckily the entry fee is just cheap as chips. So I'm likely going to just shoot a photo here and see what I can do. I don't think I'm going to get in any trouble unless they're going to say a tripod and all that, commercial photography, you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm not sure. But this day might get cut short at any point, so I might as well treasure the time I'm here. So let's do some B-roll and get a photo done. I found this classroom-ish place in the museum itself because the construction stuff, the maintenance stuff is still going on outside, so I'm likely going to spend some time here, try and get a photo before I actually go out and get the mainstay for this place. Before I actually go on for photos and any B-roll, I'd actually like to tell you something. So it's currently 12 p.m. Is it 12 p.m. or 12 a.m.? 12 p.m, yes. It's currently noon. Just had a bit of food. I only had a drink because I wasn't really hungry at all. And we are here for some photos. I know I shouldn't be expecting too much, and this trip is not just for photos, like the usual ones. Actually, I'll sit closer. It's also for me to meet some of the Taiwan friends that I have known across the years. And I know this is supposed to be a fun trip, and I'm trying to enjoy myself as much as possible, but so far it just hasn't been that great. The video you've seen last week, aka the video yesterday, was very good. I got to meet someone who wasn't going to the event on Saturday, and that is likely the only time I'm going to meet him for a few more years, I guess, because I don't really plan on visiting Taiwan all that much, because why visit Taiwan when you just go to Japan? And why visit Taiwan when I can just go to Shenzhen and have almost the same thing for a fraction of the cost, right? What I'm saying here is, it's definitely not a bad place, but so far the spots I have been to, including this one, I have no idea what the one later is going to be, but so far from what I'm feeling, it's very old and antiquated. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. What I'm saying is, it's certainly, well, worse than I expected. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not exactly very happy about it. However, these few days are just very hectic, and I'm trying to meet as much people as possible and also basically try my hand at going to different spots. And plus, this is a whole new city with a whole new transport system with a whole bunch of worms in that place, which I am just not bothered to explain. Anyway, I think I'll just maybe shoot a wider angle across this place, maybe shoot along these benches towards this window, or maybe this window. I'll see what I can do, because as you can see, there is, well, no windows over there. I mean, there is one, but there's a curtain there, and I don't think I can actually move that one. I'll see what I can do, maybe shoot on this side instead of right behind this. There's some wind here, which is nice, but that might actually cause some problems to the photo. Anyway, I think that's about it, and let's see what we can do about this place, yeah? So the fact you see me out here without explaining the shot just now means that, well, we got kicked out again. I actually got the shot just now, which was great, but because I wanted to let my friends take the photo, well, I couldn't exactly spare much time to do the actual behind-the-scenes video. I did actually record myself setting up, so there we are, but, well, yeah, I mean, it's all right. I was just there to pass the time waiting for the, we call that the crane truck thing to pass by this place and get a photo here. So I'm going to show the photo up screen right now. So it's not very special. 1535 at f4 with a lot of flash work, and I think backlight is going to be a bit of an issue if I'm editing this one. So hopefully it looks all right, but I think it's going to look okay either way, because doll people, you know, you guys like the doll photo, not the landscape with the doll photo. I know exactly what you want. Anyways, I'm here to do the photo I just promised, and looks like they're not going to kick us out here. I'm not sure if I should do along this corridor or maybe outside, but maybe I'll try both, because I do have the time anyway. So without further ado, let's do the second setup, and hopefully nothing ever goes wrong. I'll be honest with you, this took way too long for how simple this should be. Now, let me explain why. So when I was doing all the setup, I tried different settings, I tried different angles, and it didn't quite work. After I found out the angle, I kept trying to stable the bag on the damn thing over there. It just kept falling down, so I had to figure out a way how to do it. And I'm also getting bit by like 10 different mosquitoes at the same time. It's really, really bad on my hand, and it's just not great. I need to think of a way to deal with it maybe tonight. And after I was done with everything, I figured out the flashes were maybe a bit too strong and the exposure was a bit too off, so I had to again adjust everything and then add an ND, and things just kept piling on, so it's not exactly very fun. Anyway, let's take a look at what I'm using. 15-35 at 28mm at f4, because, well, I don't want to use f2.8 because it doesn't quite offer the sharpness I want, and plus I think you would like to see what's in the background instead of just blurring everything out, although at 28mm f2.8 and f4 doesn't make that much of a difference. Horizontal composition, because I want a wallpaper, and this calls for a really wide scene, crop it a little bit, and that's basically a postcard. Now for the lights, I originally had the light on top of the camera, and well, I took it off because it just wasn't doing anything unless I set it on full output, which doesn't make any sense. So instead I'm just going to be using 2 flashes. So one flash over there for that side of the face, and this flash I had to keep on trying left and right, up and down, and see which way I could make it reflect the best. Because as you can see, on one side of the face, it's basically reflecting all the light of this overcast sky, but on this side, it's quite shadowy. Is that even a word? It's quite darker, so I'll have to tweak the flash like this and see how I can do. Everything is supposedly fine because this is not that difficult of a shot and nothing's really moving, so no stacking needed, just stack one layer of the tripod and that's about it. The rest is pretty much up to AI. Anyway, let's take a look at the photo. I would say this actually looks pretty good, and I think is the, well, best photo so far of my trip in bloody Taiwan. So I guess I should pretty much be happy, which is funny because I am really tired and I really do need to head to the second spot because I'm kind of running out of time. And plus, all these mosquitoes, yeah, they're not great. I don't understand how there's so many bugs in this bloody city. Anyway, I think I'll just get some more B-roll, maybe get some photos of my friends and head to the next spot. So after a bit of a, what's the word, metro ride, I am here at whatever this place is on screen right now. It's a very special one because it's an old area and, well, a lot of things have not changed, including everything in terms of, what's the word, appearance, but they're all shops now. So it's nicer to have a cleaner place that's also old. I'm not sure where I should take the photo because I saw on Google and I really wanted to take a photo at a corridor, which is outside the place, which is really crowded. So I'm not too sure about what I should do. This thing right here, this corridor right here should be pretty nice, but it's a lot smaller than I originally anticipated, so I'm not too sure if that's gonna look good. And plus, there are some shops here, and I don't want to be in front of a shop when I'm taking a photo, because even if they don't really want to kick me out, it's still a bit of an asshole move to set up in front of someone's store, because they're doing their business, you know? So I might do some B-roll, meet up with my friends, because I have lost all of them. I don't know where they are. And I'll see you in a bit when I actually set up the photo. I'll be honest with you, this is probably one of the more time-consuming steps of this whole trip, because I looked at the footage just now, that was like 35-ish minutes, and I paused the footage to do some manual toning, manual tuning and all that, and that was absolutely bloody horrible. Probably took around 45 minutes or so for this one photo. That looks quite simple. So without further ado, let's get into it. 7200 f2.8 at 100mm. Actually, a little bit below 100, around 90 or so, because I really was not arsed to move the entire setup for that little bit. So zoom lenses, love it. Zoom out just that little bit and we're done. Now, f4. You might ask, why f4 at this kind of range? Oh my god, the bloody explosions in distance are very, very loud. Let's wait through that. Anyways, f4 because I want some of that background blur. Let me explain, because it is very, very busy here and I don't want everything in the back to catch a lot of attention. I'm also using horizontal composition, and you might just say, why? Because this is a corridor, wouldn't vertical be better? Yes, at the same time, no. I want a horizontal tight crop on the whole figure, making it focus on everything and yet still be horizontal. Definitely not because I love my wallpapers, but that's one of the reasons. Anyway, for flashes, so 2 flashes on either side, and I actually tried out putting flashes over there on the side, but it didn't quite work. Mostly because it's actually really, really dark outside, and all of this is actually quite underexposed compared to the background, which is overexposed. I had to be very, very careful to fine-tune the eyes, the face and the clothes not overexposed. The white on the clothing is just absolutely overexposed in some places, but some other ones are kind of icky in terms of shadow. I am kind of worried, but at the same time, I really, really want this photo to be good, because I could not get outside there and shoot a corridor. One more light in front of the doll, because that's just for the eyes, and I have no idea if that actually works or not. I'm not using any more. This is enough. And everything is quite stable despite the wind in here. So without further ado, let's take a look at the shot. I have no idea how it looks, and I do hope Editing Me actually gets something good out of this entire ordeal, because just now there was this weird old middle-aged man who was just harassing me and my friends, and the first thing, quite literally, the first thing he said to us was, "Wow, you guys must be rich." And I do think that is quite rude, if anything. So I think it's time for me to pack up and do the outro, because it's getting quite late. And also, all the carnival stuff outside is getting really, really loud, so might as well end the recording here. Today was a bit of a disaster. Started off pretty bad, because the place was filled with mosquitoes, pretty bloody wet, and we were basically kicked out of the place, because apparently you need a permit to shoot bloody photos. So we just skipped forward and went somewhere else, and I think starting from that point it actually went okay. Although I wasn't able to get footage in the first photo spot, because they said that was more of a classroom or whatever, and also there is a carnival truck right in front of me getting really, really loud, so I hope you can actually hear me. I'll just turn on noise cancelling just in case. Anyways, what was I saying? Yes, so the second photo and the third one right here was pretty good. And overall, I think I was able to pull in the whole day and finish this off, round this off, with a pretty good result of 3 photos. This was basically just in Taipei, just in the city area, and all of that was pretty alright. Traveling was okay, but walking between stations, not basically the funnest thing you can do. Anyways, noise cancelling back on again. I was actually going to maybe plan out tonight and go somewhere else. However, I thought to myself, I think I should round out the first video by going to a very special place. It's a government building right outside a very long road. It's called Freedom Square, so I'm planning to do a photo there that's very reminiscent of what you would think that is Taiwan. I'm not quite sure that I can actually do it because it's a government building, and I'm going to shoot in front of a government building. I think I can actually shoot there because my friends do say I can, but I'm very worried that I might actually get shot off by guards. The carnival truck is right in front. It is very, very loud. Hopefully you can actually hear me. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video to the very end. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of me in Taiwan. There's still a few more days to come. For you, it's a few more weeks. For me, it's a few more days. But anyways, subscribe and like if you want to see more of that. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about how horrible Taiwan is. And I will see you in the next video. Lemon, out.